So twice I've pulled over, I didn't find anything. But I strongly believe there's a tracker or was a tracker or a device, some kind of device put on my car that, okay, so it was making heat happen at the driver's seat. Now I noticed it wasn't happening anywhere else in the car. I noticed no one could feel it, but I could feel it. And then over the last couple of weeks, I noticed the heat got higher and higher as if it was getting hotter and hotter. So if there was a device in the car that was supposed to make my car catch fire or break down, or it was causing something to get hot because it was stealing power to send a GPS signal type of device, it was hot wiring, right? It was doing bad, and I started to get not nervous but concerned. Like my car is getting too hot and the heat is rising. Today, okay, let's say one day it would only get as far as my ankles, and then like the next day it was reaching up to my knees to the point where it was kind of up to here, and I was too hot driving. And so that day I pulled over into the grass. I need to make a turn here. I pulled over into the grass and I searched my car thoroughly. I searched under the hood and I lifted my car up a little bit into the grass, and I laid down on the grass and I looked the best I could, and I didn't see anything unusual. And that was 2 days ago. And then last night, probably about close to 9 o'clock, 9:30, maybe closer to 10, I picked up somebody. I went somewhere off a really weird, strange road, and I went to a security gate and made a U-turn and came back out onto the main road, and I made a right. And as I made that right-hand turn, my focus was on the road in my lane, and as far as I could see, real quick video, my car has been running hot, and I suspected, and I really believed that there was some kind of device put on my car for tracking, okay? Because I can see certain cars are following me. They're just everywhere that I go, right? So, and there's certain times, okay, so I've had this device in my car, or I've sensed it for not quite a month now, and twice I've pulled over and I've looked in my car and didn't find anything. And then hold on. Okay, so this is clip 3. Every time I check the GPS, I have to, I guess, cut the video. So I'm driving, and I know for a fact, and they really don't want to see it. So there was magic put on me to not see it. Probably for me not to discover it, because I didn't find anything. And so now I'm trying to speak about it. I can't speak about it, right? So I pulled over. I didn't find anything. I keep driving. I specifically checked the road. I saw more than 500 feet ahead of me that the road was perfectly clear. And I proceeded forward. Yet, I heard something after I made that right-hand turn. Something from the car hit my tire, and then I heard it like bounce off of something, and then I rolled over it. And it was so fucking hot in here. But after I rolled over it, I noticed all kind of cool air came in, and it was not overshadowed by that hot air. And I noticed that hot air is actually gone. So the day before yesterday, that I pulled over in the grass, and I did that really thorough check the best I could underneath the car, I talked to my ancestors, and I said, look, I don't know if I'm right or I'm wrong, but I feel like there's a device in my car, and it's making the car hot. And I explained to them how the heat increased, and as it increased, it got hotter and higher. And should I take the car into the shop, and if that's what they want me to do, and that's what I should do, that it's not only that I can afford the repairs, but that I can trust the people that I go to, so I need them to guide me, right? And then I did a Reiki meditation on my car to remove this item, like to kind of collect the energy sent to my car. And, I contained it, and I sent it to the person who sent me his car. And I visualized it going right into the hood of their car, saying, no, you deal with that. And so I returned that to sender. So I guess I did the return to sender correctly, or I damn sure was heard, and that device came off, and it fell down, and I rolled over it, and I was conscious enough. I heard the whole thing happen. I heard it happen. So that whole night, last night, after that, the car was pretty cool. Like, it wasn't hot in here. And I'm in the car again today, and I've got the air conditioning on. It's 90 degrees outside, and I am not fighting the heat inside the car. It's actually working today. It's working wonderful. My feet are nice and cool. My chest is nice and cool. It's perfect in here. And the fear of my car, the fear of my car being screwed up is gone. So anyway, whatever the device was, not only was there really a device on my car, but my intuition was 1000% head on. I was so on point. It's unfreaking believable. So I asked in meditation, if I'm right about this, tell me who put it on my car. And I keep getting a tall, skinny male energy. And I want to say that it was my ex. He sent someone to do it. But that's accusatory. I didn't see him do it. And I'm also not really sure what happened. If it was a police officer who did it, because he's also tall and thin, dark skinned as well. So I'm not going to accuse anybody, but I think I know who did it. My intuition tells me it was directly related to my ex, but that he had someone do it for him. And I think the lack of details in getting that answer is that I don't know that person. Anyway, gotta go. Talk to your ancestors, man. They're listening.